Hello everyone. Today we are going to see the appreciation of Standard 10th poem 1.1 Where the Mind is Without Fear by Rabindranath Tagore. Before we continue, I welcome you to this channel EduFerns Learn with Fun. Please like, subscribe and share. Let's begin. Appreciation comes for 5 marks. Marks are divided for various points as follows. Title, half marks. Name of the poet, half marks. Rhyme scheme, 1 mark. Figure of speech, 1 mark. Central idea or theme of the poem, 2 marks. So in total, it is 5 marks question. Question will be asked to write the appreciation of the poem in a paragraph format using these points. Poem will be given and we have to cover all these points in detail. Let's start. Title. Where the mind is without fear. This is the name of the poem. So students, remember to underline the name of the poem because it carries half marks. Name of the poet. Since we will be writing in a paragraph format, we should mention it in a sentence form. The poem Where the Mind is Without Fear is written by the famous Indian poet Rabindranath Tagore. So students, remember here again you will have to mention the name of the poem along with the poet's name and underline the poet's name. Next, rhyme scheme. Here we have to mention the rhyme scheme of the poem. Since the poem Where the Mind is Without Fear is not having any rhyme scheme, so we can write this point as the poem does not follow any rhyme scheme. It is written in free verse. Next, figure of speech. The poet has used many figures of speech such as alliteration, repetition, personification, metaphor, etc. For example, where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection. The figure of speech is personification. Here, tireless striving has been given the human quality of stretching its arms to reach towards perfection. Students, for this point, you have to keep one thing in mind that you will always have to provide an example for any one of the figure of speech you mention from the poem itself with an explanation. Last point, central idea or theme of the poem. For this point, students, you have to brief the poem and convey the message the poet is trying to tell us. The central idea of this poem will be, this poem is a prayer to God. The poet Tagore addresses to God as my father. He asks him to awaken his country into the freedom of heaven, where there is total freedom of good thoughts, words, and actions. He wishes for a country where people would be free from fear, where knowledge would be free to all, and people of all castes and religion would be united. Here we have covered all the points in detail. But students, remember appreciation has to be written in a paragraph format. And important points has to be underlined as shown on the screen. Please pause this video and note down this appreciation which will help you to score maximum marks in your exam. Important tips for appreciation is that you have to cover all the points as explained. Avoid spelling mistakes. And there should be no grammatical errors in order to score full marks. Thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned for such amazing content. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share.